The biggest struggle that I found, which no one tells you about, is I suppose when you're fit and healthy and you're very independent, becoming completely dependent on your family and watching what it does to them as well. So my wife and mum now my part-time carers between them. My wife obviously works, and when she's not working, my mum comes over and helps me just to do the day-to-day stuff. I don't think this is how she planned her retirement, to look after a 35-year-old son. Like I said, I was in a family business as well, so they are still paying me, and yeah, it's hard. I suppose no one can really explain how isolating or how hard it is when you feel like you're a burden on your own family. And got COVID April this year. For me, the acute infection was very mild, so I had sore joints, a bit of a fever. It just felt like a bad cold. For myself, I did go back to work after those 7 days. I started playing basketball again. Had a few odd issues. It lasted about 4 weeks. I was having blurred vision, double vision as well. After any physical exertion, I just had zero strength in my legs, to the point where I couldn't walk some days. I just thought, me being myself, I'll just push through it and eventually get over whatever I've got. Presented to hospital 3 times over kind of a 5-day period, kind of the start of June. No one could really figure out what was wrong. Came back home, lasted about 2 days, and then collapsed at home and got taken by ambulance to hospital, which my wife called. Luckily, I found the Facebook Australian Long COVID community group, and that's basically when I kind of started my journey. Previously, before COVID, it was just me and my wife living together with our dog. And we love to travel, socialise, do all the normal things. We used to hike quite a lot. Was playing basketball every week and still running, that kind of thing. Life for me now is shortness of breath, tinnitus, muscle twitching, migraines. I got high sugar and high cholesterol now. Temperature dysfunction, post-exertional malaise, all that kind of thing. Lots of gut issues, that kind of thing, which is new. And vertigo, which was horrific. I've never had that before, so that was pretty bad. I was diagnosed with dysautonomia and POTS specifically, and all I really do is go out to appointments and try and get out as much as I can, but it is a bit of a struggle. Doing daily tasks as well. For the first kind of month out of hospital, I couldn't really walk, so my wife had to kind of lift me up and take me around everywhere just to go to the toilet, that kind of thing. I can load a dishwasher now, which is a win. I still can't vacuum, can't unpack shopping, or let alone go shopping or anything like that. All the normal day-to-day stuff, which is still impacted pretty bad. Right now, I have no idea what the future holds or how I'm going to support my family moving forward. Everything I eat, everything I do, I track just to look for symptoms so I can limit my crashes, because when you crash, people know how hard it can be, I suppose. I mean, I'm only 6 months in living with this chronic illness, so it's definitely humbled me quite a lot.
Patients' reports are often referred to see a cardiologist. The ultrasound of the heart and heart rhythm are always reported as normal. However, without knowledge of the condition, the diagnosis is often missed. The symptoms are often only apparent when they stand, and the difference between their heart rate on lying and standing is often the key to the diagnosis.
I was a normal child, doing everything, playing netball, was at school, just, normal child. And then when I hit about 15, so in high school, I started losing weight, and we couldn't work out why I was losing weight. I was eating the same as how I've always eaten, nothing changed. And then, we went to the local children's hospital and kind of all started from there. Brain fog, I can't hold a proper conversation. I can't stand up quick, otherwise I'll faint. Extremely bad circulation in my feet, to the point where I cannot feel my toes.
And trained as a jazz singer for most of my life, but since having my first little one 4 years ago, have taken a bit of a step back from that. Moved into some teaching, and now I'm primarily at home for the time being with my girls. Somewhere around my early teens, I started noticing an escalation in some symptoms that had, been present here and there throughout my childhood, but hadn't caused me kind of significant concern prior to that point. So, every so often I would accidentally lean over and just vomit while I was playing, and I didn't feel sick, and I'd just kind of be like, that's strange, and move on with my life. And it didn't make sense to anybody who was around me, and it was just, I was lazy in the eyes of my teachers and a lot of my peers as well.
In 2015, the end of 2015 year then, I got 2 concussions in a short period of time, and one of them was pretty bad and didn't go left untreated. I started probably getting a bit dizzy from there. And then in March 2016, I was at Bounce doing some trampolining, and I hurt my back, and that's where stuff started to go downhill. Having someone believe me say, you do have this, it is a real thing, it felt really good. It also meant that, they could start putting some sort of treatment, medication that was actually going to help at all, and trialling it to see what would help and actually get me on a better path.
POTS is under-recognized, and lots of patients are known to end up seeing many specialists over the years without a diagnosis. Some would demonstrate significant improvement, and that is quite rewarding to see. However, there are a high proportion that continue to be quite symptomatic, and I see it as a challenge so that we can involve other healthcare professionals to look after this group of patients. This is also a condition that will benefit from research, and I think my role is to look into this and help to improve future treatment of this condition.